I have learned the importance of taking care of one's own body and living with a healthy growth mindset. As a mother of 3, wife, business owner for over 24 years, a healthy lifestyle specialist, motivational speaker, and founder of Team Rock, I am experienced and primed to lead you to great health through my personalized accountability coaching program. I am Danielle Rocco. In my series, My Arrival, you have a coach in your back pocket. Are you ready to begin your transformation and live the life you are meant to live? Welcome to My Arrival Television. I am Danielle Rocco. I really hope you enjoyed last week's episode about cleaning up your environment. How did you do with my 3 tips? Did you relate to the challenges and come up with updates and upgrades in your own life? And Alnoba, can you see how Alnoba holds a special place in my heart? When my beautiful assistant Melissa and I began planning logistics for the My Arrival Women's Retreat, Melissa suggested I look at Alnoba in Kensington. Melissa is a wise woman. I do not mess with her. Once we stepped foot on the property, I knew Alnoba is where the magic will happen. So with much excitement and anticipation, I invite you to join me and my panelist of experts at My Arrival Retreat. To register, go to DannyRocco.com and experience the magic and life-transforming weekend for yourself. Also, keep an eye on my social media platforms, where I continuously share more details and announce upcoming events leading up to the retreat. If you missed last week's episode, you can view it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I am sure you noticed from last week's episode how the first step of moving towards living healthy is getting rid of temptation. We all encounter temptation daily, but in our homes, temptation should be the last place we have to deal with them. We do not need to fight any battles in our sanctuary. Cleaning up your environment was your first habit to focus on. The second habit to focus on is sleep. You can eat right, exercise, but if you are lacking in the sleep department, all of your efforts go out the window. You must make sleep a non-negotiable. You see, our bodies are magnificent machines, made to do exactly what we need them to do, when we need them to do it. It has been true since the beginning of time. Think about it. Your body has instinctively known how to call for fuel, how to keep you warm or cool, rest and recover, and continuously change as necessary. So to keep your phenomenal machine running at its highest capability, you really need to adjust behaviors and acknowledge your thoughts and mindset and get plenty of sleep. Reflect back to your younger days. Back then, you could go for days without sleeping enough, recover quickly, and function normally. I had plenty of those nights. Personally, I can remember doing it multiple times. Somehow, the next morning, I would bounce back, ready to go. I could hide the effect of my sleepless nights with ease and effort. Oh, nowadays, it is much harder, and sad to say, the recovery is not as effortless. But once I learned to listen to my mind, body, and heart and get needed sleep, everything became much easier. This awareness is what it's all about. Focusing on listening to your own body's needs takes time and effort. Some days, staying out late to connect with others is the right choice. Enjoying life and letting go is such an important part of feeling fulfilled. Other times, getting home and the sleep you need is what your mind and your body, heart need most. Listen fully to how your body is feeling. This will be the start of a great relationship with yourself. When you start listening to yourself, 3 clear choices arise. For me, this is the easiest and most common way to illustrate how to listen or ignore your body and how it will affect your mind and heart. Number 1, do you ignore your body but decide the moment is well worth the consequences? You may be tired the following day, but you have no regrets because you created great memories to relive for years to come. Most importantly, you are in full control of the decisions and the outcomes. Number 2, Do you ignore your body, only to discover it wasn't worth it after all? You were definitely exhausted the following day and even mad at yourself for making a poor choice or forcing yourself into a sleepless night. And 3, do you listen to your body, enjoy the evening, and still get a full night's sleep? The next day, you are fully rested and ready to take on the new day with strength and confidence. Listening to what your body is telling you leads to what it needs, which leads to your actions, and those actions lead to the outcome that your choices have on your emotions, physical being, and mental awareness. Sounds so simple, right? We all know it is not that simple. Sleep on it, and you will soon discover your clarity in healthy living. Joining me once again in discussing what works and doesn't work in the real world, particularly in regarding sleep, is Team Rock contributor, Miss Annie Cole. So good to see you. I'm really excited to talk about sleep.
Me too. Sleep is important, and it's huge for me because I've been talking to you about it recently and my struggles with sleep. So I'm very excited for this topic.
Perfect. Yeah. So the first thing is, do you find you have certain things that you do every night? Like these are your night rituals, and if you don't do them, you're just like
off a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. Actually, I have a couple. So now that the kids are back in school,
yay!
Definitely packing their backpacks the night before. Backpacks, lunches, anything that they need, notes that need to go to school. If I don't do that, and I try and do it in the morning, you don't want to know me.
And I want to tell you, I am so thankful I don't have to do any of that anymore.
I know, right? Ugh, I can't wait for that day. But so I do that. I like to organize the paperwork that I need to do the next day. So if something comes home from school or comes in the mail, a bill, something I need to fill out, I organize it like across my counter so I don't miss it the next day.
Are you type A?
A little bit. A lot. Like a lot. But you know what? I get my stuff done.
You too.
Yeah.
You do. And you keep my schedule. Is my schedule in there? Because
yes. Well, your schedule's in my brain. So,
yeah.
So that's why I have to have everything laid out that's not yours.
Not related.
But I always just need to like lay down and decompress because my body gets tired at the end of the night. My brain's tired, and I just lay flat and sometimes just lay there. I don't have the TV on, and I just like breathe a little bit.
Is this before you're like getting into bed?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go, whatever, brush my teeth, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. No, I usually do the laying down like and then I stay in bed. Like, I don't get back up again. But I always do that. I just kind of like sink into the pillows, and I'm like, I made it through another day.
Score!
I know. Score. I give myself a little high five. So yeah, that's what I do. What do you do?
All right. So I have, because first of all, it takes your body about like 2 hours before you hit the bed and it's ready to go to bed to kind of produce your own melatonin, because we are amazing.
You're so smart.
I know. I fool you sometimes.
I know, right?
But so I start like as I'm cleaning up from dinner, because we eat super late. And so I have this amazing water machine that I like. You know, I'm a little water crazy. So I fill up all of our water jugs for that day. And it's like, that's the beginning of my like decompression.
Yeah.
You know, you sit there with a little water machine. It takes time.
And if you do it every night, it kind of like signals your body like,
like,
okay, now
she's going to bed.
Ready.
And kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then I take my vitamins. Vitamins are a huge part of my life since my brain injuries, my accident. Like I have to be very particular about fueling myself with, you know, omegas and things like that. So I go through that, not the ones that keep you up and jazzed up. I don't need enough of that.
Yeah.
This is the opposite time.
Yeah.
And then as you like decompress, that's like your jam.
Yeah.
Mine is a little pampering. I like to do it. So I'm into this new thing. You paint it on. It's a little artistic. So I paint it on my face. And then your face like, whoa, I can't even talk. Oh, you can't talk.
All right, I need to try that.
You do.
Yeah. Maybe I'll add that into my routine, my new routine.
It's kind of funny. And then like my kids will try to talk to me or my husband. I'm like, Oh,
I bet
it's
that's their
on.
favorite part of the day.
It is. They kind of like it. But that's it. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, and then by the time I get in bed, my body's like, oh, sweet. I know what to do next.
Yeah, and if you do the same consistent things, it doesn't have to be 3. It can be however many things. It could be 1 thing, but
Yeah.
your body knows. It's like, okay, you know what? Now I can rest. So,
But it's kind of that consistency
Yeah.
because we are so smart. All
Yeah.
right. So do you sleep on the same side of the bed?
I do.
And if you don't, do you get messed up?
Yes.
When you go to a hotel,
Yes.
do you like
Yep.
figure it out, the placement?
Yep. If you're looking at the bed, I'm on the right side, but to me, when I'm sleeping, it's the left side, and I think it's because I'm a lefty. I don't know why I get up on the left side of the bed.
That is, yeah, no.
That is
I'm definitely a writer.
So you're the right side.
I'm the right side.
Okay. So we
And
do
I-
well at a sleepover party.
Perfect.
We wouldn't fight.
No.
Or anything.
Well,
Okay.
you know.
Well, we might fight, but not over the side of the bed. But yeah.
Move on.
Isn't that weird? I wonder if anyone else does that, or if it's just
I think it's more common than we know. I
Yeah.
think that is like a standard thing in life.
yeah.
If not, people need to call me.
Mm.
I will not give you my phone number. You figure it out. I want to know. I'm going to take a survey on my
Yeah.
social media, actually.
That's a
Do
good
you
idea.
always sleep on the same side of the bed?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this one I love. Can you sleep anywhere?
No.
I think this tells a lot about a person
However,
because you're a little uptight.
a little bit. But if I'm super, super tired, I can. Like I have fallen asleep on the train, like literally reading a book or something with it open. At
I wish I saw that.
children's sporting practices. I'm not going to mention which child, but it might have been football practice recently that I fell asleep in a
Therapy.
chair. Yeah. But I'm noticing that, as I get older, and kind of like you were talking about sleep needs to be that non-negotiable, I would fight that for so many years. I would say I can, what is it? I'll sleep when I'm dead. And that was kind of my excuse why I have to be up and I can't nap and, can't sleep until nighttime. But I'm like, you know what? I'm tired right now. I'm going to close my eyes for 5 minutes and take a quick little power nap.
Yeah.
And, kind of refresh, rejuvenate or whatever. And it's okay. And I find myself doing that more and more as I age in reverse. I age in reverse, everybody. Don't
We
forget
all
that.
do.
But,
Hello.
yeah. And actually, that was something I wanted to ask you. Do you?
Do I age gracefully? Yes.
Yes. Well, that was my first question. But what do you like power naps? Do you feel like, because you know more about the science behind sleep than I do, do you think napping, power nap, a nap in the afternoon, messes up kind of that sleep rhythm that that's kind of like a hot topic now, this circadian rhythm or whatever?
Just like everything, like, don't eat eggs, they're bad. Oh, you can eat eggs, it's fine. I think it's that same thing. And really the key that I am finding, the more research, the more classes, the more, courses that I take, the key to all of that is really listening to you.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that can take a quick power nap and they're great and others not. And then there's that whole thing, well, like, did you wake up on the wrong cycle? And it has to, 20 to 30 minutes is fine. But if you do 10 minutes, you're off. Like, I really think the more I've talked about it and learned is that it really is up to you. And it can change because your body's constantly changing, right? So I remember like in my 30s, power nap, oh boy, 2 o'clock come, 30 minutes, that's all I need, boom, done.
Yeah.
Now I don't need a nap. It does me more disservice.
Yeah.
So I think the key of it is truly listening to you and not fighting it.
Right. And
Not
not thinking, well, I'm not
fighting
supposed
it.
to do this because this article said I shouldn't sleep, or this
Let it
article
go.
said I should sleep, or what have you.
So this is my advice, everybody. Listen to your body. Let go of what society or what the cool thing is.
Cool
you
naps.
are cool.
Yeah.
The real coolness is right within you, and you know exactly what you need. So just open up your ears and absorb it. So thank you. This
thank
is
you.
fun. I'd love
Yeah.
to know what you do. Now I don't have to stalk you.
And now we can have a sleepover party.
It's a win-win. It is my honor to introduce my guest, Miss Denise Costello. Denise is owner of High Vibe Lifestyle Coach. Denise, I am so glad you are here with us today to share all about what you do. So tell me a little bit about who you are, what your business is.
Right. So I'm happy to be here too. Very excited. So I'm all about in the business of cultivating peace.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, for people mentally, physically, emotionally, mainly by reducing stress through mindful practices, hemp oil, and my high vibe events. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. So
Yeah.
today we're specifically talking about sleep, and that is why I brought you here, because
Yep.
I know you have a great, you personally, nighttime ritual and then a little practice. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do personally as your nighttime wind down, relax thing, and then I'm excited to see what you have in store for us.
Okay, good. Well, first of all, I know peace is, or sleep time, nighttime can be difficult to wind down, right?
Yes.
So we begin just by first, you turn off all your electronic devices, which can be hard sometimes. About a half an hour. An hour would be great, but I do about a half an hour.
Okay.
Maybe make a cup of tea, chamomile tea. I always give myself, I have hemp oil, which I use, and I do about 4 pumps of that. And why I use hemp oil is because it actually calms your sympathetic nervous system, bringing you out of that fight or flight from the whole day of craziness.
Right.
It can also help with any pain. You may have some achy pain, and even aids in sleep. So it just triggers that endocannabinoid system. It just brings everything down. So now I'm getting ready, going into my room. And we know, you may have heard of this, that elevating, being in an elevated state, that means legs up in the air.
Yeah.
About 3 to 5 minutes a day is great for reversing all of those, what gravity does.
Okay.
It reduces the flow. It helps to regulate your blood pressure, and it actually helps in aiding in digestion. But standing on your head,
No, that's
and
not
your hand,
happening.
that's not fun.
No,
no.
none in this world.
So I
Right
love this legs up the wall. It's so simple.
Yeah.
And the other bonus is that then you can get into a breathing routine and kind of elicit also just a mindful relaxation.
Gotcha.
So instead of just talking about it, how about we just do it?
All right.
You ready?
I'm in.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Here we go.
Okay.
So sometimes it can be kind of tricky getting your legs up the wall. So we're going to lay down, and we're going to pretend that there's a wall right here.
I have a great imagination.
Yes, okay. So we are going to, when the wall is here,
All right. We're just following.
we're just going to follow.
Okay.
You bring, almost like you get into your little cozy, fetal position, so your butt is up here, like this. And
Okay.
then you swing your legs up. That way, you are tucked right up against the wall. Okay.
Does it matter what your feet do?
Nope.
Okay.
But
so
I like to
just
put
chill.
socks on mine
Not
because my toes get cold, and I like to totally get into the comfort zone, right? So by having our feet up, you can stretch it, you can roll them around, you can do whatever you like. But just by having our legs up, we reverse the flow. So if we have any edema in our lower extremities, we're releasing that. We're releasing the muscles in our hips and our calves. And we just hang out here. And the other beautiful thing is now we can do a breathing exercise. So I'm all about what we call habit stacking, incorporating certain habits that are tagged onto something that you do every day. And one of those things that I try to elicit every day is bringing more gratitude into my life. So here's a beautiful way where you can think of maybe 4 things during your day that you were grateful for. And we are going to habit stack that on top of a breathing exercise, because we're going to be here for about 5 or 10 minutes. So what you do is you put your hand, bring your fingers, like all 3 of them together. Put your first 2 fingers in the middle of your forehead, and then you're going to take your thumb on your right nostril, and you're going to inhale through the left. Exhale through the left. Release the right nostril and do the same on the left side. And then exhale. Now you can do that 4 times, and each time you do that, as you're inhaling, you think of the thing that you were grateful for that day. Exhaling, you can kind of release something. Now, I like to do this breathing exercise because sometimes it's hard to settle yourself down to get into a breathing routine. this focuses your mind on here. If you have more difficulty with sleep, you can add in a little bit of lavender, put it on a little cloth and breathe it in, however that works for you. So isn't this so simple?
Yes.
And doesn't it feel wonderful?
It does. And I need simplicity in my life. I can totally do that.
Yes, and it just takes no time at all, and you get into this very calm state, this meditative state. You don't have to, it just comes naturally. And that's all there is to it.
That's it. So
Very
then
simple.
after you do your 4 breaths, and with each breath, you're giving like some sort of gratitude for
Right.
that day or
Mhm.
your life. Is there anything you do? Do you just like get up and you're like, because that's what I would do. I'd be like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah,
And then
well
I'd probably not totally blow the whole thing.
right. Well, you should be all ready for bed. you
Okay.
know. So this is after you've washed your face and after you've gotten yourself all together, and then you just like curl your little legs down and you just lean over, and then you can just go right into your beautiful, restful sleep.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
So, is this something that you kind of put together on your own, or were there ideas that you got from someplace?
Well, I had done the legs up the wall through my yoga practice, and I loved it. You know, that was usually in Savasana. I loved to put my legs up the wall, and I said, this would be really nice before bed, because I was always like, how am I going to get that 3 to 5 minutes of inversion in my day?
Right,
That's
right.
not going to happen. So I put that in, and then I'm a meditator, so I'm really good about my morning practice, but the evening was tougher. So I thought, well, what if we add it in to this moment? And I use this not just at bedtime. Like sometimes when you have a rattled day or time, I will just lay down on the floor and just get my legs up.
So if you see Denise in the
if you
store,
see me like
it's okay.
having a moment, I'm having a moment when I'm like, the legs are up, with that. But it's simple practice. And it's great to show your children too, your kids.
It is.
It's something kind of goofy.
I love that. Yeah,
It's
and
something goofy.
they will do that. So before we close, can you tell me about some events that you have? How can people connect with you, see you, learn a little bit more about what you do?
Great. So one of the things I love to do is get together healers, alternative healers and practitioners. So I'm having an event on September 30th in Winchester where we're bringing together various healers, and you can come and pick 2 things that you want to do. And it's a great event because you're bringing a community together and you get to practice that as well. And then in October 14th, I'm doing a half-day yoga meditation retreat at this gorgeous Moon Lodge out in Dover.
Ooh, that sounds
beautiful.
fabulous.
Yeah.
And I know Denise is going to be posting that information on my Facebook group, My Arrival, so you can look for all of that there if you're interested in it. And Denise is also going to be doing a great practice at our 2-day women's retreat, My Arrival, in May of 19. So I'm very excited to see what that entails and do a little bit more, because yoga meditation is a challenge for me in my life. It is. I try. I do my own version of it. You would be like, oh, Danielle. Oh, Danielle.
But you're starting. You're trying.
But it works for me. It works, and I'm building on it. Right, those little habits that build on each other. Well, this is my weakness, and so I'm working on it. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing everybody on social media. You can reach out to me on my website, DannyRocco.com, if you have any questions. And we will see you guys on the other side.